Welcome to the According to West podcast, where we explore the qualities that build strong character and foster deep connection. I'm your host, Wes, and today we're talking about a quality that often gets a bad rap. A word that carries both negative and positive connotations. That word is difference. We'll be exploring what it truly means to be differential and why it's a profound sign of strength and not weakness. Having difference or being differential means showing or expressing respect and high regard due to a superior or elder. The word difference can feel a little old-fashioned or even negative. When we hear it, we might think of blind obedience, submission, or a lack of a backbone. But that's a superficial understanding. At its core, difference is the respectful willingness to yield to the knowledge, experience, or authority of another person. It's not about being powerless. It's about making a conscious choice to honor someone else's judgment. Think about a master chef guiding a young apprentice. The apprentice doesn't stubbornly insist on their own methods. They show a difference to the chef's years of experience. A military commander trusts their seasoned officer. A novice differentially listens to the counsel of a wise elder. In all these cases, difference is a sign of intelligence and humility. It's a recognition that you don't know everything and that wisdom can be found in others. In this episode, we'll differentiate between healthy difference and its negative counterparts. We'll explore its benefits and come up with practical ways to cultivate more of it in your own life. To truly understand difference, we must first distinguish it from what it is not. Difference is not blind submission. Blind submission is rooted in fear and a lack of critical thinking. It's a person who follows orders without question, even when they know it's wrong. Healthy difference, however, is a conscious, respectful choice. It's the ability to say, I have my own thoughts, but I recognize your expertise and will respectfully follow your lead. A truly differential person can still offer their opinion and even disagree, but they do so in a way that honors the other person's position. Some of my friends in relationships need to hear that one part. Conscious and respectful choice, especially when it comes to their relationships with their partners. So many times I hear of scenarios and incidents that they have where on the outside looking in, I'm like, well, if you just didn't say that one sentence that way, or if you came to them in a respectful way, not like you, not in a manner that what you say goes, and I know what's best for us. You're not even taking into account what they're saying, how that could benefit y'all. It's just, this is the way I need to go. This is the way we need to go. Get in the car and enjoy the ride, no matter where it takes us. Type of feelings. But I digress. Difference is also not a sign of weakness. In fact, it requires immense strength, self-awareness, and humility to put your ego aside and listen to someone else's wisdom. In a world that often rewards being the loudest voice in the room, it takes courage to be the one who listens. A person who is constantly fighting to be heard and to be right is often driven by insecurity. A truly differential person is secure enough in themselves to learn from others without needing to prove they are the smartest. The foundation of healthy difference rests on three key pillars. The first one is humility. Humility is the genuine belief that you don't have all the answers. It's an understanding that every person, regardless of their background, has something to teach you. The second one, respect, is a profound regard for another person's knowledge, experience, or position. It's an active choice to value their contribution. The third is self-awareness, which is the ability to know when to speak and when to listen. It's the wisdom to recognize when you are the student in the room and when you are the teacher. So, why is having the quality of difference so important? Why should you make a conscious effort to practice it? Well, for one, it accelerates your learning and growth. Difference is the fastest path to wisdom. When you put your ego aside and truly listen to a mentor, an expert, or someone with more experience, you absorb their knowledge and avoid making the same mistakes they did. Difference allows you to stand on the shoulders of giants. Difference also builds trust and strengthens relationships. In any collaborative environment, at work, in a family, or on a team, difference is a powerful tool. When you show respect for others' opinions and contributions, you build trust. It creates an environment where people feel valued, which in turn makes them more likely to listen to you. It also, paradoxically, increases your influence. In a meeting where everyone is talking over one another, the person who listens most attentively and offers a thoughtful, differential question often has the most influence. By showing that you value others' opinions, you earn respect and credibility. When you do choose to speak, your words carry more weight because you've demonstrated that you aren't just interested in the sound of your own voice. And last, it sharpens your emotional intelligence. Practicing difference forces you to be more attuned to social cues and power dynamics. It helps you read the room, understand when to lead and when to follow. It also helps you navigate complex social situations with grace. On a surface level, I've always practiced by difference in order to just to seek wisdom and to do better on the job or complete a task. However, I never really considered I never really considered difference in helping build relationships and improving my influence, or even cultivating better emotional intelligence. That's something that I've never thought about till today, while researching for this particular episode. And I can see where all that fits in my life. I already, just by analyzing what this word truly is and how to practice this way of being will benefit me. Definitely strengthen my relationships with, since I'm already an active listener, applying what I know, applying what I heard, effectively, of course. And yeah, it's been an eye-opener. So, if difference is a skill, how do we get better at it? And of course, it starts with simple choices and daily practice. Like I stated before, practicing mindful listening. What we can do in our next conversation, make a conscious effort to listen, to understand, not to reply. Focus on the other person's words, body language, and tone. Ask clarifying questions instead of making statements. This is a powerful daily exercise in difference. Number 2, identify and honor expertise. Actively seek out mentors and experts in your life. Consciously practice deferring to their knowledge and wisdom in the area of expertise. When they speak, listen intently. When they offer advice, take it serious. Now, right there in my daily life, I can honestly say I don't really have a lot of mentors, like at all. And that might be where I'm falling short on in multiple things in my life, right? Not to say that I'm not doing well or I don't have things to be proud of. But it's one of those things where certain aspects in my life, let's just say for my career, I can definitely use a mentor. Don't have one. Let's just say in my marriage, I can definitely use a mentor. Don't have one. So, just with hearing that out loud and me saying it out loud, like I said, when doing the research for this episode, I see that there's some work that needs to be done within me. So I can learn from others and not go through the hardships that they gone through, and all of those, in both of those examples. But that's just me. Number 3, ask more questions. A simple way to show difference and humility is to make fewer statements and ask more questions. Instead of saying, here's my idea, try, what are your thoughts on this? Or, how would you approach this? This puts the focus on the other person and opens the door to new insights. And last but not least, acknowledge others' contributions. Make a habit of publicly acknowledging the wisdom or experience of others. Saying things like, that's a great point, thanks for sharing. Or, I've learned so much from your experience in this area. This is a powerful act of difference that builds trust and strengthens relationships. Ultimately, difference is a profound sign of a secure and humble person. It is the strength to put your ego aside for the sake of learning, growth, and the greater good. It is the wisdom to know that true power is not found in being the loudest voice, but in being the most respected one. Thank you for joining me on the According to West podcast. Until next time, may you have the courage to listen, the humility to learn, and the wisdom to be differential.